Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce online classes. Students, in the previous class we had been discussing about the capital account relating to the current account and its components. Let us discuss with what are capital account and what are its components. So, current account means we came to know current account is the annual transaction related to the goods and services and transfer payments, exports, imports and transfer payments. What about capital account? Capital account is nothing but, students, it is a type of balance of trade and balance of payment, current account and capital accounts. Capital is a record of international transaction of assets. It is a record of, name itself says it is the account relating to the capital assets. Capital account. Capital account is the record of international transaction of assets. How the assets transacted between the countries. Either it may be the financial assets, it may be the physical assets. So, examples for this capital account. Money. Money is also a asset. Money is transacting between the countries through the foreign institutional investment or foreign direct investment. Even the stocks, as I said, inventories. Inventory is a stock variables. Stocks, and also capital account includes bonds and also government debt records. Debt means you know that borrowings from the public. Government borrows from the public, sometimes it is said to be the government debts. So, what are the things included in the capital account means money, stocks, bonds and government debts. So, some other also includes. So, capital account is nothing but it is a record of international transaction of assets. It includes money, bonds, then also stocks and government debt. So, what are the components of this capital account? So, see here, so the capital account includes the components such as investments, external borrowings and external assistance. Investment, either it may be the direct investment or portfolio investment. External borrowings, it may be the external borrowing includes short term or long term borrowings, or it may be the commercial borrowings. External assistance, it may be the assistance from the other countries to our country or our country to the other country in the form of bilateral or multilateral loans or in the form of government grant in aid. Those capital account always it is a component of a balance of trade. Types of balance of trade includes two types, current account and capital account. Current account components we had discussed earlier. Let us see what is balance of payment. Before going to the capital account, we should learn and know what is balance of trade. Balance of trade of country is the differences between its net export and net import. It means it is the annual transaction between the countries or domestic country with the rest of the world. It is a record or it is an annual statement of exports and imports. It means it is the differences between the value of exports and value of import. Not only value of export, it includes both value of export and value of imports in a country during an accounting year. During an accounting year. What is balance of trade now? Balance of trade of a country is a record of its annual transaction related to the value of exports and value of imports. What it shows means the differences between exports and imports. By that we came to know what kind of balance of trade we have, either deficit balance of trade, either balanced balance of trade or surplus balance of trade. Balance of trade includes three kinds. One is deficit balance of trade, other one is balanced balance of trade, and other one is surplus balance of trade. What are those? So first one, deficit balance of trade. Deficit balance of trade is nothing but, as we discussed in the previous chapter, related to the deficit budget, surplus budget and relating to the balanced budget. Same like that here, but concept is little different. Deficit balance of trade of country is nothing but when the value of export is less than value of import. Export is less than import or import is more than export. What it shows means deficit in balance of payment. So our receipts are very less and our payments are more. Payments exceeds receipts are said to be the deficit balance of payment, and when the export is less than import, it leads to the lack of balance in the trade. Thus deficit balance of trade is nothing but exports are less than import or imports are higher than the export. It leads to the deficit in balance of payment. Deficit means shortage or lack of actual value. Next is balanced balance of payment. What is this balanced balance of payment? Balanced balance of payment is nothing but, students, when the exports of the country are equal to the import of the country. It's very rare case, balanced balance of trade taking place in very rare case. Balanced balance of trade is nothing but export must be equal to the import. 50% we are going to export means for that same we are going to import is said to be the balanced balance of payment. It is very rare case country like India. We are always facing the deficit in balance of payment and deficit in balance of trade. Our imports are more than export. It is because of to meet the increasing population's needs. Third one is surplus balance of payment. Surplus balance of payment is nothing but when the export exceeds import. It means exports of the country are more than the imports of the country, then it is said to be the surplus in balance of trade. So surplus in the balance of trade leads to increase in our receipts and it leads to development of the country as a whole. Deficit in the balance of payment always not good for the country and it is worsen our economic situations. Surplus in balance of payment most probably we are look in countries like most developed countries like USA and other European countries. So our country always facing the deficit in balance of trade. It is because of our exports are less than imports. We are going to borrow more things rather than exporting the more things. Thus this is regarding the balance of trade. Meaning of balance of trade is nothing but it is the differences between the value of export and value of import of the country. So next is components of balance of trade. Balance of trade includes capital accounts here. So capital account transaction includes record of international transaction of assets. Either it may be money, bonds, or it may be stocks, or it may be government debts. Those record of international transaction of assets said to be the capital account. Capital account includes money, stocks, bonds, government assets, etc. Those let us see through the chart. It is easy to remember what are the components of capital account. See here. Capital account is nothing but, as I said before, record of international transaction of assets. Example for capital account: money, bonds, stocks and government debts, etc. So capital account mainly includes three main components as I said before. First one investment, second one external borrowings, third one external assistance. Three main components. In that sub components are there. So see through the chart, it is very easy to remember. First one is capital account includes investment, external borrowings and third one external assistance. What are this investment? Investment includes direct investment and portfolio investment. What is this direct investment? Here direct investment is there, indirect investment is there. Direct investment is nothing but students, investment includes capital flows in the country. Direct investment includes investment leads to the capital flow in the country, that is through the foreign direct investment. We are not directly investing our money here. So, we are giving others to invest in India, chance given to the others because our capital is very less, deficit in balance of payment we have. So, we are going to give our whatever the investments to the other countries through the direct investment, that is said to be the foreign direct investment. Foreigners investing in our country and creating the capital here. It leads to the equity capital and capital flows in the country, direct investment. What is the portfolio investment? Portfolio investment is nothing but it includes offshores, funds or FII. FII is nothing but foreign institutional investments. So, while they are doing this portfolio investment, it creates the capital assets in the country. It creates the international transaction of assets. So, foreign institutions giving loans or money to the other countries. While borrowing that money, we are going to invest in our country, that leads to produce more and more goods and services. While production increases, employment also increases. That creates the huge capital in the country, that leads to the outflow of capital in the country through it creates the funds, offshores and foreign institutional investments. Thus, investment includes direct investment and portfolio investment. Second one is external borrowings. It is also a component of capital account. What is this external borrowings? Borrowing from outside. What is this external borrowing is nothing but borrowing the short term and long term commercial loans. Because of shortage of funds, we are unable to invest in our country and increasing our balance of trade or maintaining the balance of trade. So, we are facing the deficit in balance of trade. Thus, external borrowings give strength to the developing countries to increase its capital through the short term debts, borrowing the short term debts for the just for 5 years, 10 years or for the 20 years, short term debts or commercial borrowings. We can borrow any kind of financial assistance from the other countries through the international trade is said to be the external borrowings, either short term loan or long term loan for carrying our day to day transaction activities and to increase the production and capital asset. It is essential to borrow the external borrowings. What are the things included in external borrowings means short term debts and commercial borrowings. Next is external assistance. What is this assistance? Assisting means helping someone. So, some countries, developed countries helps the developing countries for the increasing their GDP. So, we always depends on other countries to meet our day to day transactions and day to day needs. So, external assistance is nothing but international assistance. So, government aids, it provides the grant in aid in the kind of money or in kind of any other funds. Multilateral and bilateral loans. Multilateral, bilateral means through the agreements, foreign countries or foreign institutions providing the loans to the developing countries for the developmental activities So main purpose is increasing welfare of the people and welfare of the country and increasing the GDP and national income. Government is going to borrow the money from the outside country with the bilateral trade. Means nothing but, students, bilateral loan means one country is agreed to receive the loan or borrow the loan from the other country with the two countries, India with USA. Two countries, suppose the loans are sanctioned and they are going to make some agreements, is said to be the bilateral loans. So in bilateral loans we are unable to get the loan from any other countries, only any two countries, agreement with the two countries. Multilateral loan means it includes many of the countries. We can assist financial help from any of the countries in the world through the multilateral agreements. We should enter into the multilateral agreement. Then in microeconomics we studied this as a cartels. Cartel is nothing but agreement. So government aids multilateral and bilateral loans. Loans we are going to get through the agreements with the foreign international institutions, either IMF or NABARD or any financial institutions, helps in the developmental activities and creating the capital asset. Thus capital account is nothing but it is a record of international transaction of assets. It includes money, stocks, bonds and government debts. Components of capital account includes investment, external borrowings and external assistance. So balance of trade of country is nothing but it is a systematic transaction or record of export and value of export and value of import in an accounting year, or it is the differences between export and import. Differences between the net value of export and net value of import is said to be the balance of trade of a country. Either a balance of trade may be the visible or it may be the invisible in hand. Thus, the capital account includes the three main components and sub-components can be explained through the chart. Capital account includes investment. In investment, direct investment and portfolio investment. Direct investment includes capital flow, foreign direct investment and equity capital. Portfolio investment includes foreign institutional investment FII, offshores and some funds. External borrowings, borrowing from the outside country or rest of the world for improving the country's capital assets or increasing our capital asset. Short term debts or commercial borrowings. External assistance is the third main component of capital account. In that it includes government aid, multilateral and bilateral loans. Thus, there is a huge difference between the current account and components of current account and components of capital account. While comparing the current account and capital account chart, it is easy to remember what is current account and what are capital accounts. In current account, what we had discussed regarding the trade in goods and services and transfer payments. Here we are going to discuss about investment, external borrowing, external assistance. Capital account includes investment, external borrowing, external assistance. There we discuss trade in goods, trade in service, transfer payments. So easy to remember through the three words. One is current account includes trade in goods, trade in service, goods, service and transfer payments. Easily you can remember through GST, not goods and service tax it is. So goods, service, transfer payments. Current account and capital account always very confusion. So you can remember this easily with the formula GST. Current account includes trade in goods, trade in service and transfer payments, and components of capital account includes investment, external borrowings and external assistance, IBA. Easy to remember through the formula IBA. It means investment, borrowings, assistance. investment, external borrowings, external assistance. I hope that if you are remembering this formula, you are in a more confusion in capital account chart and current account chart. Very, very important for 4 marks, current account chart and capital account chart. So, what are the components of capital account means you should remember IBA, investment, external borrowings and external assistance. So, components of current account means you should remember the formula GST, trade in goods, trade in service and transfer payments. I hope that you understood these concepts. So, next we move to the remaining concepts in the open economy. Thank you.